Sometimes the weight of truth doesn't break us, it shatters every illusion we ever lived in. Welcome back to the Velvet Story, where emotions unfold like poetry and every chapter holds a heartbeat. In today's episode, we dive into chapter 16, Shattered from the emotional drama Pretend. Geet's soul-breaking confessions, unanswered questions, and an unexpected moment of trauma will leave you breathless. If you've ever trusted someone blindly, only to feel betrayed in silence, this one's going to strike deep. So take a breath, let your heart feel every word, and stay with us till the end. Shattered chapter 16 of Pretend. Geet was crying uncontrollably, reliving every memory she had with her. She never had any complaints about her, she always supported her. If she made a decision on behalf of her son, it meant she had immense faith in him. But even her son had lied to her, for Anupama's happiness, for her happiness. Only Babaji knows whose fault it truly is. But now, everyone is suffering. Mama, don't leave me, please. You know what? Every single person points a finger at me. They say I'm the one who snatched a son from his mother. That I'm selfish, rude, money-minded. They call me a bad omen for the family. They say I don't deserve to be your daughter, she whispered, her voice choked with tears as she wept bitterly. Mama, a mother endures every insult for her child, doesn't she? Please come back and answer them, Ma. I'm tired of all this. Please, Ma, don't leave me. Geet pleaded to her in a broken voice. Mama, I never wanted to fake anything in front of you because you are my mentor. My idol, my supporter, my mother. But Meet wanted your happiness, and today, Ma, I didn't hide anything from you. You always asked me what had happened, Geet. That the person you knew was lost. Do you remember your words, Ma? Tell me, Mama, she whispered, feeling completely shattered. Geet knew Anupama had always asked her, time and again, if she was happy with Meet. Maybe, deep down, she knew something was wrong. Had she made a mistake by uniting them? Were they really happy? In fulfilling her dreams, did she forget theirs? Mama, I'm not lying today, Geet confessed. Mama, Meet told me on our wedding night that he was already married to Ali, and she was a few weeks pregnant at that time. Mama, I died that day. Your Geet, your cheerful, vibrant Geet, she died that very day. He told me he only married me for your sake because when he told you he liked someone, you immediately rejected her. Mama, he said he wanted to talk to me before the wedding, but he didn't get the time. But Mama, was that my fault? Was it my fault that he didn't get time? Mama, I saw love in his eyes, but that love was never for me, Geet cried harder. Mama, I thought I was never the kind of girl who could be loved. My past still haunts me. I was running away from hatred. And once again, I realized maybe I'm only made for hatred. Mama, your Geet, who was cheerful, lovely, full of life, died on the day she had always dreamed about all her life. Mama, Meet asked me to pretend in front of you, and said I could live my life however I wanted. But he forgot that dead people don't live their lives at all. Mama, I never had a family, but you showed me what a family truly is. And yet, in a single moment, Meet snatched that away from me. I became an orphan again. Mama, I became an orphan. I wish, Mama, Meet had told me everything before. I would have helped him. But he broke my dreams. He thought pretending was an easy task, like it was some project we could accomplish together. It was easy for him, but what about me, Mama? She broke down, sobbing uncontrollably. Meera, who heard everything, cried silently with her best friend. She cried for her pain. Babaji, please, don't test her anymore. She's already given enough to pass your test, Meera prayed from outside. Mama, I never wanted to hide anything from you, but Meet said you'd never accept his marriage with Ali. What could I do, Mama? Tell me, what could I do? I didn't want to hurt you, so I accepted what Babaji wrote about my fate. You've already done so much for me, and I thought maybe this way I could return some of that goodness. But now I realize, no one can ever repay a mother. Geet said through her tears. Mama, Meet, as per his promise, got admission into the best college, but I never got to enjoy my favorite thing, my studies. Mama, I felt all alone. My dreams are shattered. I am shattered, she said in a broken tone. Mama, I'm not saying you are wrong, or Meet. I don't have any complaints. Please don't punish yourself for me. I've had enough, Mama, Geet said, her voice cracking. The entire night passed like that. Geet was shattered into a million pieces, and now, everything inside her had died. Geet, please believe in Babaji. He will. He never listens to me, Meera, Geet replied. Mama, I believe in you. You will tell everyone I'm not a bad woman. That I'm not characterless. That I am your daughter. And not every relationship needs a name. I am your daughter from your heart, and from mine, Geet said to Anupama. Scene shift. The reception had ended at 3 a.m., and everyone had enjoyed it to the fullest. Maan assumed Geet must have slept in Abhi's room and went to check, but she wasn't there. Neither was Abhi. Did she leave him? But why? Maan tried calling her repeatedly, but her phone was either switched off or out of reach. He didn't know what to do. Everyone would find out the truth. And if she wanted to leave, she shouldn't have done it so irresponsibly. They could have talked, like mature adults. Maan grew angry. Everything was going fine. Then what happened? If she was upset with his mother, they both knew it was something they'd have to face eventually. 8 a.m. Good morning, bro. Morning, Dev. What happened? I thought you were the one who enjoyed the most, Dev said lightly. Dev, please. What happened, bro? He asked sincerely. He should be worried, Dev, his mother interjected. Why, Mom? Dev asked, puzzled. If your beloved wife is out all night alone, then you should be worried. His mother teased. Why? Where is Geet Bhabhi? Annie asked. I don't know. Even Maan doesn't. Can't you see his face? Their mother taunted with a smirk. Maan bro, you should call her, maybe she's in trouble, Annie said. She is a problem, Maan muttered angrily. Just then, they saw a tired-looking Geet walk in through the door, still wearing the same dress from last night. Where were you, Geet? Maan asked in a commanding tone. Already broken, she wasn't ready to answer anyone. Mr. Khurana, please leave me alone, she replied softly. Her eyes were swollen, like she hadn't slept all night. She looked completely drained, physically and mentally. She wasn't ready for any KBC-style interrogation. That's the kind of girl you chose, Maan? My Sameera would never make such a mistake, Prema taunted. I called you so many times, Geet. Why was your phone off? Maan, who was usually unaffected, felt something stir in him. He didn't want to believe Geet could be that kind of girl, but a tiny sliver of doubt crept in. So many questions ran through his mind. Geet, holding herself together just to avoid hurting anyone, said calmly, Maan, please, leave me alone. Bhai, Bhabhi needs rest. Let's talk later, Annie said, stepping in. Yes, Bhai, she looks exhausted, Dev added. Why wouldn't she? Girls like her can never be satisfied with one. Prema sneered. Prema, don't you have any manners? She's a Khurana daughter-in-law. Amar snapped angrily. The ground beneath Geet's feet seemed to slip. Yes, she had hidden the truth, but no one had the right to judge her. Geet, please tell me. Where were you? Why, Mr. Khurana? She asked coldly. Now Maan was silent. He asked because he was worried. But this woman in front of him wasn't the Geet he once knew. Geet, He was interrupted by his mother's taunt. You are defending her, and look how she talks to our son. Mrs. Khurana, I don't care who your son is with or how he spends his time. And I expect the same freedom. You shouldn't be overly concerned about where we are day or night. We're mature enough, right? She snapped, her eyes shifting from Prema to Maan. Her frustration spilled out. Geet, we are a family. We have the right to worry, Dadi said gently while coming out from her room. She was not aware what was happening here, but Geet replied and made her understand. They were questioning Geet. She had some personal work, which she informed me about last night. Case closed. Now, everyone gets ready for breakfast. No more arguments, Dadi added firmly. Mama, Mama, little Abhi cried out, seeing his mother. Abhi, what happened? Geet asked, concerned. Mom, Abhi Baba cried for you the whole night, Rosie said, letting Abhi run into Geet's arms. Man finally realized that Abhi was home. A wave of guilt washed over him. He had been enjoying himself while his son was crying for his mother. Abhi ran toward her. Abhi, don't, Geet warned. But Abhi slipped on the stairs. Geet screamed, rushing toward him. Rocky. Her scream echoed throughout the Khurana mansion, holding a blood-covered Abhi in her arms. She didn't just lose a home that night, she lost the last piece of herself she was trying to hold on to. That was chapter 16, Shattered from Pretend, a chapter heavy with heartbreak, loyalty, and the burden of silent sacrifices. If Geet's pain echoed something within you, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Velvet Story for more chapters where emotions speak louder than words. Until next time, keep feeling, keep healing. This is the Velvet Story.